He's been hailed as a modern political enigma, a leader who dances on the world stage with the grace of a ballet star. Yes, you've guessed it. We're talking about Justin Trudeau. Born on Christmas Day in the year 1971, Trudeau's life was destined for the spotlight from the start. His father, Pierre Trudeau, was Canada's 15th Prime Minister, a man known for his charisma and liberal policies. Pierre's influence on young Justin was profound, molding his worldview and planting the seeds of political ambition. Yet, life wasn't a simple joyride for young Trudeau. With the privilege of being Pierre Trudeau's son came a unique set of pressures. His every move was scrutinized, his every mistake magnified. But instead of wilting under this pressure, Trudeau seemed to thrive, channeling the scrutiny into a motivation to succeed. After dabbling in teaching, engineering, and even bungee jumping coaching, Trudeau finally found his calling in the world of politics. He entered the political arena in 2007, running as a candidate for the Liberal Party in the Papineau district of Montreal. His victory marked the beginning of a political career that would follow remarkably closely in his father's footsteps. Trudeau's charisma, much like his father's, was a key ingredient in his political success. He had a knack for connecting with people, for making them feel seen and heard. He embodied a fresh and modern approach to politics, an approach that seemed to resonate with many Canadians. His ascension to the role of Prime Minister in 2015 was a testament to his tenacity and political acumen. Despite criticism and controversy, Trudeau remained steadfast, guided by his belief in a fair and inclusive Canada. His leadership style was a blend of his father's influence and his own unique approach, resulting in a political persona that was at once familiar and novel. Trudeau's early life was a blend of privilege and pressure, all leading up to his eventual ascension to the seat of Prime Minister. From an early age, Trudeau demonstrated a knack for leadership and a drive to make a difference in his country. His political journey began in earnest when he won a seat as a member of Parliament for Papineau in 2008. This was an important stepping stone in Trudeau's political career, marking his entrance into the world of politics. He was not just the son of a former prime minister anymore. He was now a political figure in his own right. Trudeau's charisma, passion, and commitment to serving his constituents in Papineau played a significant role in his rise to prominence. His ability to connect with people and his commitment to public service did not go unnoticed by his colleagues and the public. In 2013, Trudeau's political career took a significant leap forward when he was elected as the leader of the Liberal Party. This was a pivotal moment in Trudeau's career, as it set him on a path that would eventually lead to his election as the Prime Minister of Canada. It was during this time that Trudeau began to fully articulate his vision for Canada, a vision that included a commitment to diversity, inclusivity, and social justice. The culmination of Trudeau's rise came in 2015, when he led the Liberal Party to a majority victory in the federal election. This was a historic moment for Trudeau and for Canada. Trudeau's campaign was built on a platform of hope and positive politics, and it resonated with Canadians across the country. With his election as Prime Minister, Trudeau had achieved a landmark victory, but the real work was just beginning. As the leader of Canada, Trudeau would face numerous challenges and opportunities, and his ability to navigate these would define his tenure as Prime Minister and his legacy in Canadian history. Once in office, Trudeau set about implementing a progressive agenda that would mark his tenure. Key among his achievements is the legalization of marijuana, making Canada the second country in the world to fully legalize the recreational use of the plant. This bold move not only dismantled a century-old prohibition, but also promised to create a new stream of tax revenue while reducing crime related to its illicit trade. Trudeau also opened Canada's doors to over 25,000 Syrian refugees within a few months of his election, demonstrating Canada's commitment to humanitarian efforts and welcoming diversity. This act was not just about providing shelter, but also about offering a chance for a new beginning, a testament to Trudeau's vision of Canada as a compassionate and inclusive nation. In an era where climate change is a pressing concern, Trudeau's government implemented a carbon pricing system, a significant step towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This move solidified Canada's position as a global leader in environmental stewardship, reinforcing its commitment to the Paris Agreement. Trudeau's tenure has also been marked by his commitment to gender equality. He made history by appointing a cabinet that was 50-50 men and women, a first in Canadian history. This bold move didn't just make headlines, but it also inspired a new generation of female leaders. Furthermore, Trudeau has been a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ rights. His government introduced legislation to protect transgender people from discrimination and hate crimes, and he became the first sitting prime minister to march in a pride parade. Lastly, Trudeau's commitment to Indigenous reconciliation has been notable. His administration has made strides in improving relationships with Indigenous communities through actions such as launching an inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Despite facing criticism, Trudeau's progressive policies have marked a significant shift in Canadian politics. Yet, like any political leader, Trudeau's tenure has not been without controversy. Despite his many achievements, Trudeau's time in office has been peppered with a number of significant controversies that have tested his leadership and sparked heated debate. One of the most significant controversies was the SNC-Lavalin affair. In 2019, it was alleged that Trudeau and his office had pressured then Justice Minister Jody Wilson-Raybould to intervene in a criminal case involving SNC-Lavalin, a large engineering firm based in Quebec. The scandal triggered a political storm, with critics accusing Trudeau of political interference and undermining the rule of law. Trudeau, however, maintained that his actions were guided by a desire to protect Canadian jobs. Another major controversy that marred Trudeau's reputation was the blackface scandal. Images emerged of Trudeau wearing blackface makeup at events in his past, stirring widespread criticism and condemnation. Trudeau apologized for his actions, acknowledging that they were a mistake and pledging to do better. But the incident raised questions about his judgment and his commitment to racial equality. Finally, Trudeau's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic has also been a source of controversy. While some have praised his leadership and response, others have criticized him for perceived inconsistencies in public health messaging and for the slow rollout of vaccines. These criticisms have been fueled by comparison with other countries that have managed to vaccinate their populations more quickly. Despite these controversies, Trudeau has remained resilient, weathering the political storms and continuing to push forward with his agenda. He has shown a capacity for self-reflection and a willingness to learn from his mistakes, qualities that are key to any leader. But it is also clear that these controversies have taken a toll. They have tested Trudeau's leadership, challenged his credibility, and sparked intense debate about his capacity to lead. These controversies have certainly challenged Trudeau's leadership and sparked heated debate. Despite the criticism and controversy, Trudeau's impact on Canadian politics is undeniable. His tenure as Prime Minister has been marked by a commitment to progressive policies that have shaped the country in profound ways. One cannot talk about Trudeau's legacy without mentioning his dedication to diversity and inclusion. His cabinet, famously gender-balanced with the phrase, "because it's 2015, became a symbol of his commitment to these principles. His administration has made strides in areas such as LGBTQ+ rights, reconciliation with Indigenous peoples, and gender equality. These efforts have not gone unnoticed, with Canada often cited as a beacon of progressive policy around the globe. Trudeau's international reputation is another facet of his enduring legacy. His charismatic personality, combined with his commitment to global cooperation and multilateralism, has often placed him in the spotlight on the world stage. From climate change agreements to refugee resettlement, his influence extends beyond Canada's borders. His approach to politics, prioritizing dialogue and diplomacy, has earned him both admiration and criticism. Some see him as a refreshing change in an era of increasing political polarization, while others view his style as too conciliatory or lacking in substance. Regardless of one's opinion, it's clear that Trudeau's unique brand of politics has left a lasting impact, not only in Canada, but around the world. As we look to the future, Trudeau's political career seems far from over. His legacy is still being written, with each new policy and decision adding another layer to his complex narrative. Whether he will continue to champion progressive causes or shift his focus to other issues remains to be seen. In conclusion, Trudeau's legacy is multifaceted and complex, much like the man himself. His progressive policies, commitment to diversity and inclusion, and global influence have left a lasting imprint on Canadian politics and beyond. Whether you admire him or criticize him, there's no denying that Justin Trudeau is a political figure who has left an indelible mark on the world stage.